Hey, manifestors, it's your girl Nadia Victoria here on Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday. So, yeah, you may not have been expecting to see me today, but hey, it is what it is. When God gives me a message, I have to kind of flow with it, all right? So, without further ado, let me just bring emotional balance and let's also cleanse the energy around. This is my Palo Santo, PaloSanto incense. God, I thank you for cleansing this energy around. Yes. So, God, I thank you now for your life, your health, and your strength that you bestow upon me and each and every person that is here with me today, God. I ask that you will cover us, God. Cover us with a fiery shield of protection from the crown of our head, God, to the soles of our feet. Let us imagine your healing white light flowing through us and around us. And God, let the gold sparkles come and sprinkle abundance in love, abundance in peace, abundance in joy, abundance in money. We just asking for abundance, prosperity, and everything in every area of our life now, God. And God, we thank you that you shield us and protect us from the evil one, God, that throws fiery darts at us for no reason. And God, as always, we ask that you return it to the sender 1,000-fold and with swift, immediate action and judgment. For today is the day of judgment. Thank you, God. Amen, amen, amen. Oh, and let there be something that we said today to help us along our path. Amen. Yes. So, you guys, I just want to briefly talk about situational anxiety versus, general anxiety, right? And I thought about this because my daughter, Jada, had an exam yesterday for certification to become a lead pharmacy technician. And she's been studying very hard for this test. I mean, just kind of staying in on the weekends. She works at the pharmacy, and then on the weekends, here she is, studying, preparing for this test. And I've seen her day in, day out. I mean, I go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, or I'm coming home at that time, whatever, don't matter. And she's in here studying, which she gets from me, because when it's time to study, I bust down, I shut out the world, and I will study all day and night. I get a few hours of sleep here or there, whatever. So anyways, her test was yesterday, Tuesday. But Monday, when she got off work, and she was like, Mom, I got to ask you, Mommy, I want to ask you a question. I want your opinion on something. Now, I already knew, because spirit just, when you're around people long enough and you have a spiritual awareness, you kind of know what they're about to say. I want to ask you your opinion on something. And I was like, Jada, I know you're not about to say you want to cancel that test. But, I just got all this anxiety. I don't think I'm prepared. I don't think I'm ready. I got so many more things I need to read over. I need to do the math over again, make sure I got it, and blah, 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 blah. I got a few more words I need to go over. I said, okay, well, you know what to do when you're feeling anxiety. And that's time for you to really pray and meditate and recenter. Okay, take your focus off of, this test for a minute, and let's meditate and call God and your spirit guides in. And let's get refocused. Okay, get recentered. Now, after, you do that, then you're going to get your behind in here and go through that last little bit of words that you need to go through and refresh. And then you're going to look over that math again, but you're going to go and you're going to pass that test again on tomorrow. Okay. I mean, not again, but you're going to go tomorrow and pass that test tomorrow. Okay. I'm just, child, it's just your anxiety is temporary. Okay. Because of what's going on. There's a test coming. You had to pay your money for the test. Then you don't want to fail, because number one, you don't have to pay it again. But then two, you want to pass it so you can get this raise on your job too, right? So it's just a lot that you're thinking about. So, a lot of us have test anxiety, right? So that's the difference between, let me just break down the difference between situational anxiety and generalized, with a DSM-4 diagnosis of anxiety. Situational or circumstantial anxiety is based on a particular situation that you're facing, like some fear that's coming out of well, it's coming to the surface because of something that happened or something that you are anticipating, things like that. So say for instance, she had a test, okay? Test coming up, that testing anxiety. Some of you guys may be familiar with that. You've been studying, you've been preparing, and now here it is, the big day is here, and now you're about ready to chicken out. Because Jada said, I think I just need to reschedule it. I just need to reschedule. I said, you need to reschedule it. I said, for when? Why is that something for Wednesday? I said, well, listen, if you reschedule it, you can reschedule it for Wednesday instead of Tuesday if you just really feel like you need to do that. But don't schedule out a week, a month, none of that. You are prepared, But she went ahead and went Tuesday. But anyway, so, you got a lot on the line at that moment. So it's just like that anxiety of, oh my God, what if I don't pass it? What if? Okay, so that's testing anxiety. Then the other anxiety, some people right before they go, let me just give you my example. Anytime I go to the airport, I'm always freaking out, right? I don't care how much I prepared or whatever, I still get a little bit of anxiety. Like, and if you're traveling internationally, do I have my passport? Did I have my license? Do I still have my license in there? Where are my keys? All kinds of stuff just starts going through my mind. And, and so I triple, quadruple check everything before I get on the flight. And once I get to the airport, sometimes I still have a tad bit of anxiety because I don't want to get to security checkpoints and realize I got something in my purse that I shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Or I got a bottle, because you can only have about 3 ounces or whatever to go on the flight with you. Like, what if I forgot to put the big lotion in there, the blah, 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 the shampoo or whatever. What if I didn't put that in the one that's going to go with the plane versus the one that's going to go in the carry-on? So it's all kinds of things that just start going through my head. Like, I don't want to get up here and then have to turn around and go back to the back of the line, and I don't want to be late. I don't want to miss my flight. And I know that for me, it's situational anxiety because I've missed a flight before. I was going to the company I work for. They're headquartered in Nashville, so we had training in Nashville, and they provided me flight to fly to Nashville, even though it's nowhere from Atlanta. I would rather fly than drive. Anyway, I get there, I'm running late. Traffic was horrific, and I'm late. I missed my flight, so of course I'm tripping. Like, oh my God, these people don't pay for my flight. What in the world? Blah 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 blah. But my mind gets to rolling. But then I just kind of center. I've learned how to center myself. Okay, so what's the solution? Okay, we have another flight leaving in another hour and a half. Okay, great. Put me on it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got seats. So yes, so me, it's anytime I go to the airport for my daughter, this particular test, and I've had that happen to me before, when you got the GRE coming up or something like that, for college or whatever, SAT and all this stuff. Other times you may have situational anxiety, would be like, okay, you got a job interview, you got coming up, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, am I prepared? Am I dressed right? Is my hair done right? Are they gonna look at my hair? Are they gonna be judging my shoes? And or what if I'm not prepared? So sometimes we go through anxiety in that respect. There may be a conversation that you need to have with someone, and it brings anxiety to you because this is your significant other. Y'all need to have a conversation about where this relationship is headed, and you might be feeling some kind of anxiety about how this conversation is going to go when you bring this up to them because of previous relationships, and now you're ready to talk about commitment and ready to take things to the next level, and I can only imagine for men when they're ready to put put a ring on it, and propose to someone, the anxiety that they may feel, because what if she says no? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. What if we're not on the same page? So those types of things, getting ready to have a new baby, it could bring anxiety, situational anxiety. So there are different times that there are situations that arise, thus situational, that will cause you some anxiety, right? So know that that's just situational. It's not something that happens, often. It's something that happens only when there's a big test, or only when, you're about to propose to someone, only when, you're at the airport, or only when, whatever situation you're facing that may cause you anxiety. You get ready to go get your results on a test, you know what I'm saying, you may have had a mammogram, you know what I'm saying, you may have had a colonoscopy or whatever, and now it's time for you to go get your results. So you're kind of like anxious, whereas it's situational because it's not something that you experience regularly. It's only because of that situation. Now, you, of course, can experience situational anxiety many times throughout your lifetime. But again, it's situational, and those situations typically only happen every few months or a few times per year, once a year even. But generalized anxiety is, I'm just anxious all the time. I'm always dealing with anxiety. I'm always on the edge, and I don't necessarily have a reason or a situation to pinpoint it to. It's not even because of a test. It's not even because of I'm about to get on a plane. It's not even because of conversation with someone. Or it's not even because I'm going with my mom to get results, or my dad is in the hospital or whatever. So you know so that is the difference. Generalized, you don't even know why. You don't even know what. You don't know who, what, when, where. You cannot pinpoint it. But in a situational anxiety situation, you can ask yourself, which I encourage you guys to do all the time. Number one, we should always ask ourselves when we're feeling off, what am I feeling right now? And then you can say, okay, my breathing is a little a little heavy. It's a little bit more rapid. I'm finding myself shaking a little bit. I'm talking faster than I usually talk. You know what I'm saying? So those are just like some things that let you know that you have anxiety, like palpitations in your chest. You just might feel a tightness. You might start having like butterflies in your stomach. That's another good example of situational anxiety for my young people. Well, you know what? It could be for some of us older ones too. You know what I'm saying? Going on your first date, that could be an example of situational anxiety. You're trying to impress this girl. You're trying to impress this guy. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to make sure that your breath smells good, your haircut is straight, your lace front is laid, you know what I'm saying? Your nails are done, or, you want to make a good first impression. So you may find yourself, that's another example of situational anxiety. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, so if you start feeling those butterflies in your stomach, and you're talking faster than normal, or you find yourself kind of shaking, your chest, your breathing is off, those are some examples of and signs and symptoms of anxiety. So you ask yourself again, what am I feeling? I'm feeling a little nervous, a little anxious right now. And why am I feeling this way? Okay, I got a test. Oh, my date is coming up tonight, and I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Or you got a doctor's appointment at a certain time, but there may be traffic, or you're sitting in traffic. There's another example of situational anxiety, which some of us that live in certain cities, we have situational anxiety every damn time we get in the car. You know what I'm saying? And go to work. Thank God I work from home. But anyway, so those are some examples of situational or circumstantial anxiety and what you may feel. Just gave you some examples of what you may feel. Generalized is you don't know, you can't pinpoint it. You cannot pinpoint it. It's just a part of your normal daily life to be anxious, and you can't pinpoint it to traffic. You can't pinpoint it to breaking up with somebody. You can't pinpoint it to this. You just been this way for years. You know what I'm saying? So There's the difference. And generalized anxiety typically requires medication for ongoing maintenance. Okay. Situational, just based on this particular situation. So how do you cope with it? What do you do? What do you do? Which is something I just like I told Jada, like I mentioned in the beginning. Jada, okay, let's identify what it is we've already identified basically what it is. You're afraid. Okay. You feel like maybe you need an extra day. Maybe you're not prepared for this test. You're getting anxious because you're dealing with some fears that really don't exist. Okay. And people have this acronym for fear: false evidence appearing real. No, you are prepared. Yes, you are equipped. I have everything that I need. Me in the airport, girl, you done check that bag 10 times. That ID is in there. You ain't got no big containers in your carry-on bag. Girl, shut up, chill out. You know what I'm saying? But no, you can't tell yourself to shut up. I tell myself to shut up. Shut up, brain. You're doing too much. But just centering and just let yourself know that, you know what? Taking a few deep breaths in and recentering. And must I add you some of this, because of course you can't take sage in the airport. You can't take sage in the testing center, but just spray yourself. Feel the refreshing and center yourself and say the prayer or memorize some of it so you can say, God, I thank you for centering me, that no matter what's going on around me, that I can still find peace within, and that I understand that this is false evidence appearing real. This is my body letting me know that I am, is let me know that my body is working, number one, because I'm feeling palpitations, I'm feeling, nervousness, I'm feeling all of these things, but it's my body letting me know that there's something that I may be thinking incorrectly, that now you're giving me the opportunity to correct and readjust and realign, okay, my thoughts with reality. Because reality is, yes, I do have a test tomorrow. Reality is, I've been studying for this certification test for weeks. Reality is, this is not my first day ever going on a date. And the reality is, she wouldn't have agreed to come on the date if she wasn't digging me. You know what I'm saying? In some shape, form, or fashion. That's what I'm saying. Some people just want a free meal, but in typical situations. um you know but yes, I'm not really sure what these results are going to be, but I am overreacting right now. So my faith has to let me know that, first of all, let me tap back into my God energy, my God connection, my God within me. When I reconnect my God energy with the source of all energy, and I know the source of all living things, the source of everything, when I reconnect with that, because that's what it takes for us to realign, readjust, take our focus off of the problem and what's causing us anxiety for a moment, and put our eyes back on God and say, you know what, God, this is what I'm feeling. Help me to realign to what you say about this, or what I know you to mean to me when it comes to this situation, that I am more than a conqueror, that I can overcome anything, that, this is just a test, or this is just false evidence appearing real. This is not the real situation. That even if I go into this doctor's room with my mom, or even if I go into this to get the results of my mammogram, or when the doctors call me, that doesn't necessarily mean that something wrong is going to happen. And you know what, God, even if something, that I wasn't expecting, is said, that I still got you. I can lean and depend and trust on. So I got to remember who has the final say and who I am connected to. Okay. So the biggest thing when you're dealing with the situational anxiety is to breathe through it. Take your mind. That's number one. Breathe through it. Take a few deep breaths just to bring in some fresh ideas. And you may even want to talk to yourself. Anxiety out, peace of mind in. Anxiety out, peace of mind in. Anxiety out, self-confidence in. Whatever, just let out the negativity, breathe in the positivity. You know what I'm saying? And then second thing is realign. Start speaking and affirming those things that you know God to be. You know what I'm saying? I have everything that I need. So long as God is within me, I have everything that I need to overcome this anxiety. I have everything that I need within me to pass this exam. I have everything that's within me to make it through this airport with no issues. I have everything within me to overcome or to make it through the results of this mammogram. You know what I'm saying? I have everything within me to make it through this proposal to my beautiful female or male. You do it however way you do it nowadays. That's how y'all do it. But either way, I ain't have to add that. I know I didn't. But anyways, but yes. So situational, just based on the situation. Generalized, something that requires medication. It's continuous and it can't be simply controlled just by breathing through it and trying to realign you. Like you tried it, you actually have a diagnosis. Takes more um, concerted effort, a lot more practice, a lot more therapy to help you through that. Because it's typically based on something, but it's a lot deeper than just it might be some childhood things. It might be you witnessed the murder. It might be something that is just kind of tormenting you when you're thinking about generalized things. You know what I'm saying? You could have been abused as a child. And so, you never ever know. So generalized takes therapy. It takes counseling. Situational just takes for you to realign. Okay. So at the end of the day, I think you have the techniques and things clarified. I think you understand to ask yourself what you're feeling first and foremost, and to pinpoint what it is, then realign. Okay. Breathe through it. And you know what? The most important thing, do it anyhow. Do it anyway. Take the risk anyway. I'm gonna go and take this test anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and book this flight anyway. I know it. I'm gonna experience a little, anxiety or whatever, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're stepping another situational thing. You're stepping out on faith. God is giving you an idea, or you have an idea to start your business or to do another project. Your project might be, you know what, I want to bring together, these people. I want to do this type of event, or I want to open this, or I want to do that. And it can be scary at first because, you're not really sure how it's going to go, even though you've thought about it and you came up with all of these great ideas. But when it's time to do it, it's like the anxiety starts surfacing, right? So even in that, you have to realign and know who God is and know who God is within you. Step into your power, right? And then guess what you do? You do it anyhow. You take the risk anyway. You take the risk. And now I'm just tying this into what I posted on Facebook earlier. You do it anyway, because you know what happens when we take those risks and we push through the anxiety, or we do it regardless of anxiety, or we talk fast through it, we stumble over some words and we do it anyway. That is when God is like, that's my baby right there. I almost cursed, but I ain't gonna say God said it. But God is like, there she go, there he go. I'm so happy for him. And your spirit team gets so excited. They get so excited. And now they have a reason to bless you and to show you how, when you take them for who they are, or take God at his word, you know what I'm saying? Or you take the universe for what the universe says, and you give good, you get good back. You know what I'm saying? Or if you take the word that says, God desires for me to prosper and be in good health. You know what I'm saying? That the blessings for me are going to be pressed down, shaken together, and running over, whatever. If I'm going to take that to be true for me, then now God has to respond accordingly. The universe has to respond accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's just the law of the universe. Okay. You did it. Now you got the blessings. Okay. Man, they get so excited. And I'm going to tell y'all this one little extra little thing. I always meeting great people, right? So I met this guy and we got to talking. And what's so good, I just read the man, right? And then, because his situation is very familiar. But at any rate, so he's stepping out on faith, right? And he's about to move out of the country and start a business, right? And, he, already has everything he needs to do this, but someone wanted to partner with him. And so he was, I talked to him this morning. So what do you think, I should do? They're willing to put up money to partner with me. And so my thing is, and what I kept hearing Spirit say is define partnership. Because honestly, this person just came on board with something that you've been planning for a very long time. So I understand they're willing to put up half of what what you already put up, but you really, at the end of the day, he really didn't need he really doesn't need a partner, right? So because if this guy came along or not, he was going to be doing this regardless. So my thing is, and then this person's willing to put up half, but you're going to be doing all of the work. Okay. So you're the one that's managing the day to day. You're the one that's hiring and firing the staff. You're the one who's going through all the certifications and blah, blah, blah. So either you have a silent partner that's benefiting just by putting forth some money, or maybe helping tie you in with some contacts that could be beneficial, or are you looking at this person more as an investor? Okay, you want to invest in something? Okay, I'll use your money to help invest. That way I don't have to spend all of my money. But then that investor role has a specific role that will end at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, look at it, you know what I'm saying? Look at the situations. I know you're feeling good because this person, whatever, but now you kind of second guessing, feeling a little anxiety. Should I do this or should I not? Should I do this or should I not? Okay. And so those are some reasons too that you can reach out to me just to kind of see what Spirit has to say about certain things. Okay. Because do you honestly want to be in partnerships with people that ain't doing nothing but putting forth money? And that's good. That's good. But this was your baby. You created it. You didn't ask for no help. You know what I'm saying? When you trust God, then God will lead you to whosoever. So you got some things to weigh now. And then, start thinking like, I don't know if I really want to take this man money and then be owing him 50% of everything from now on for, an idea I created that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some things, he was feeling a little, anxiety, a little concerned about that. And we talked through it. And I think he has some better ideas of where he wants to go with that now. But anyways, you guys, just wanted to share that little bit. If there's anything that was said here today about situational anxiety that enlighten you, hit the like button. If you want to book a session with me, if you would like to purchase any of my oils, any of my sages, incenses, my Aaron Essence Aura Cleansing Spray, which is energy cleansing spray, cleanses the energy. And some people I know, they was like, what is aura? Oh, what is aura? Aura, whatever. And so energy cleansing, like your energy field. Or what else I got on that website? T-shirts, and you guys, I know I've had some people, it is small to extra large on this, and the T-shirts are a little fitted, you know what I'm saying? So, if you want to go up a size, do know that you can do that because these are fitted T-shirts. I didn't realize they were fitted when I ordered them, but they are fitted T-shirts. Yes. And so if you want any of the T-shirts, then please hit me up. I will be coming up with some new designs here very soon. And once I do that, you'll be able to order any size you want to, because I'll be doing it a totally different way. Okay. But anyways, my website information is in the description box. I hope you're enjoying this Wednesday, and I hope you're now able to recognize situational anxiety and have some ways to deal with it. Love you guys. Goodbye.